Hey everybody, this is Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. It is Sunday evening, time for Sunday Night Live Chat, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, September 13th. We'll give everybody 30 or 40 seconds to let them know we're on and get on with us, and we will be rolling here shortly. All right, we've got a few people on with us. We'll go ahead and get rolling. As always, if you've got any questions, just throw them up there. I'll sure try to get to them. Well, we got our buddy Jason on with us, out on the road, trucking away. Glad you're back with us, Jason. As always, I'm on two formats. I'm on YouTube and Facebook. So when you see me glancing at the other monitor, that's what I'm trying to keep up with other comments on the other formats. So we've got Chris on YouTube. Great. That's a good sign. We are apparently working on both formats once again tonight. So that's always good to know when you get a couple comments right away, some on YouTube, some on Facebook, and we know everything's working. So that's nice. So anyway, thanks for coming back, everybody. I really appreciate you stopping by, spending a few minutes out of your evening to hang out with me. We're building a good community here. We're having a lot of fun, and I'm the lucky one that gets to sit here in front of the screen and talk to you guys. So, as always, we try to keep it as an open conversation. If you have questions, comments about vehicles or whatever, go ahead and throw them up there. We'll sure bring you into the chat as we need to. So, anyway, it's kind of a crappy week here this week. It rained half the week, and then the last half of the week, it didn't necessarily rain, but it was spitty and overcast and just never got nice. So nothing ever dried up. So I spent the majority of my week running around in circles trying to find something productive to do. And every time I tried to find something productive to do, it never panned out. So, we got our friend Randy on. Good. Glad Randy's on with us. He was our trivia winner last week. And looks like he got his die cast. So that's good. Thanks for being here again, Randy. Appreciate you playing last week. Got Vermont on. Good. We got a good crowd getting on with us again tonight, so that's exciting. Rear quarter panel trim pieces for 64 Catalina quarter panels for a 64 Catalina wagon. I do not have anything on that. Don't have any 64 full-size Pontiac station wagons. I got Dan from Defiance on again. Thanks for being here. I think you're one of our regulars, and your name seems to pop up quite a bit. Glad you guys are back. That's what's making this fun is all you guys that keep coming back. We have a good conversation. So my week, unfortunately, was not the most productive week I've had in a long time. So it made it tough to get anything done at the yard. It made it tough to list cars for F&E because I couldn't get anywhere where people were going to get vehicles out to take pictures, things like that. So we got John on with us on Facebook. Thanks for being here. I was on with us, so we're kind of getting all four corners covered again. So as always, thanks for coming back, guys. But that's what my week consisted of. So we've got some things to talk about, but I didn't have a real exciting week. So hope you guys have some fun stuff to talk about. What I want to talk about tonight primarily is actually going on right now in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Unfortunately, I'm not there. I couldn't make it this time. But I know some of you you were on here when Race Week came through last time. We did live videos on YouTube and Facebook. We got Terry from Rose Hill, Kansas on. He's another one of our regulars. Thanks for being here. We got Ohio on. Thanks for jumping on, guys. So Rocky Mountain Race Week came through a couple months ago. We had an awesome time at the yard. Had some big names there. Massachusetts is on. Thanks, Alan, from Massachusetts for being here. Cletus McFarland was at the yard. The Boosted Boys were at the yard. 1320 Video was out there. They did some cool stuff out there. Newell stock Ford parts. There again, John, what kind? I mean, there's no way to answer that. Yes, I have some Ford parts that are Newell stock, but that's a pretty broad topic. So you'll have to give me a call on that so I know what you're looking for. So we had a great time when Rocky Mountain Race Week came through a couple months ago in June. Got to see all of our friends. Had a great time. They made a lot of great runs here at Great Bend. Alex and Dennis Taylor were out here, and unfortunately, I missed half the racing because they had Alex's car tore apart in one of my shops, and I couldn't get out there until a lot later on. But they did get her car back together. She did get a couple passes in that night. So why is it going on again right now in Tulsa, Oklahoma? It is happening. Rocky Mountain Race Week 2.0 is happening. It started in Tulsa today. California's on. Thanks for being here. My friend Matt Frost, who owns Rocky Mountain Race Week, obviously had a great race week a couple months ago, extremely successful. Everybody had a blast. Hot Rod Magazine, as most of you probably know, have done an event called Drag Week for about 15 years now. Well, obviously, because of the current state of things and everything, Hot Rod Magazine elected not to hold Drag Week this year. That was just announced about 6 weeks ago, I think, a month, 6 weeks ago, something like that. So all these guys that were planning on running Drag Week, who had been building cars all year, had vacation time scheduled off, and were ready to go race. Illinois is on Facebook. Thanks for being here, Illinois. We're all sitting there with nothing to do this week. So my good friend Matt Frost said he started talking to some people and asked around a little bit and said, let's do it again. So starting today in Tulsa, Oklahoma, it is Rocky Mountain Race Week 2.0. For you guys that are unfamiliar with Rocky Mountain Race Week or Drag Week, you have to drive your car or truck all week and run at every track all week. If you break, you fix it where it broke, whether that's the side of the road, the hotel parking lot, at the track. If you break something, that's where you fix it. If you put the car on a trailer at any point in time during the week, you are out. The only trailers you're going to see there are they are allowed to tow a trailer behind the race car with spare parts. So the only trailers you're going to see are the ones that are towing their spare parts behind the race car, which is really amazing because, and what's cool about it is you'll see these cars with parachutes, wheelie bars, and they've got a little trailer of spare parts they're towing behind them with their spares, extras, things like that. If they're running on street tires, they may have their slicks in the trailer, things like that. Awesome deal. And you've got to drive it all week. If you break it, you fix it where you broke it, and then you got to make a pass at the next track. If you fail to have a time slip from every track, you're out. So it's a great deal, and it's awesome. Our buddy Jason said he's seen a Nomad for sale on I-30 southbound in Texas today. So if anybody in Texas is looking for a Nomad, Jason's seen one there. That's one thing about having a trucker buddy on here. He's all over the country. So, but anyway, Race Week is happening right now. If you want to watch some of it, bangshift.com. Yes, it is Rocky Mountain Race Week on YouTube. That's exactly what we're talking about. My buddy Chad Reynolds with bangshift.com is doing a live stream. They are running right now in Tulsa. They run till 10 tonight in Tulsa. Tomorrow they pack up, drive to Topeka, run Topeka tomorrow. Tuesday they pack back up, drive back south to Noble, Oklahoma, run Noble Tuesday night. Wednesday morning they pack up and drive here to Great Bend, Kansas, and run Great Bend. And then Thursday they pack back up and drive back to Tulsa because they always have to start and stop at the same place because these guys come in from all over the country, sometimes all over the world. So they'll tow in. They may tow their stuff with a tow vehicle to Tulsa. That has to stay at the track in Tulsa. So they always start and stop at the same place. We got one of our Facebook people. Yeah, I saw them in Pueblo this year. Absolutely. They did go to Pueblo on 1.0 this year. I got a good friend, Glenn from Minnesota on. Glenn's always on with us. So it is a super cool event. If you're anywhere near any of that stuff, Tulsa, Great Bend, Topeka, Oak City, get out and watch these cars. They are running most days. Their track's going hot at 4. They're running till 10 at night. So if you can't get out there until after work, go. It'll be well worth it. Some great cars. Was just on a little bit ago. Watched Tom McGill make another pass, another mid 7-second pass in the Why Not Z01 Camaro. For anybody that's not familiar with Tom and his Camaro, we did do a YouTube video on it. It is on YouTube. And so that's what I do have a video on there. Larry Larson built the car. Car literally had 35 miles on it when they pulled it into Larry's shop and turned it into a race car. However, it still has stock interior. Bluetooth still works. Navigation still works. Power windows. And it is a 7-second race/street car that he drives all over the place. So just saw Tom make a hit right before I jumped on here. Our good friend Dennis Taylor in the Retro Nova just laid down, I think it was a 770 something pass. I think Tom went 750s. So, I mean, this is some hard-hitting stuff. These are fast cars, and they're driving them all week. So if you're anywhere near those tracks, be sure to go out there and check them out. If you are anywhere around where they're going to be, watch for them to come through. Now, you got to remember the other trick to this deal is they do not know what the route is the next day until they turn their time slip in. When the guys turn their time slip in tonight in Tulsa, then they will find out what the route is to drive to Topeka, because you have to follow the designated route to keep it equal for everybody. And along that route, you have to stop and take pictures at certain checkpoints while you're doing it. So it's an awesome deal. The people on Rocky Mountain Race Week are absolutely amazing. That's one thing I love about it, and I harped on this a lot the last time they came through. The people on that deal are absolutely second to none. The biggest problem you're going to have if you break down is you will have too many people trying to help you. I mean, literally, if you're running first and second with a guy and you're in first and you break down, the guy in second place will pull his spare parts out of his trailer and hand them to you so you can get back to the track. It is literally some of the best people that you could ever hang out with. Vaughn wants to know any old retro style travel trailers. I've got one old travel trailer out there. I don't know how old it is, probably 70s. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. It came in, and I don't know a thing about it. If that's what we're talking about, if I've got anything here, I've got that one, but I don't know what it is or don't know much about it. I kind of stuck it back in the corner, and it's been sitting there ever since. So, but anyway, and speaking of trailers, they are limited on the size of trailer that they can pull with the race car to manage and make sure it stays fair for everybody as far as carrying spare parts, tools, equipment, etc., etc. So, the Boosted Boys. Oh, the Boosted. One of our YouTubers said he did see us picked up on us from the Boosted Boys when they were here. So, and that was really cool. I had no idea who those guys were. All I knew was when they pulled into the yard, they were pulling into this old beater minivan with no hood on it, and they had a turbo that was as big or almost as big as the entire engine. So, like, I don't know who these guys are, but it's pretty cool that they've got a turbo that's almost as big as the entire engine in a minivan. So, went over, talked to them. They jumped on my live, and they put me on some of their videos. So, great guys. It was really cool to meet them, and just awesome to see them pulling this old kind of beater minivan with that massive of a turbo on it. It was pretty neat. So, but like I said, the people are great. They're, it's something that you don't see a lot of egos. You don't see a lot of attitudes. The entire goal, everybody wants to get through the week, and everybody wants to get through the week successfully. So that's what's cool about it. And it's just it's almost a brotherhood, the way that people treat each other and the way they handle themselves. And it's a great deal. So be sure to check that out. If you're anywhere near any of those tracks or any of those areas, it is well worth going. We'll definitely be out there Wednesday. We'll be bringing you some lives while we are there. Mike Finnegan is supposed to be running this year with Blasphemy. Anybody that watches Roadkill or keeps up with Roadkill has heard of Finnegan and Blasphemy, where they took a 55 Chevy, made a gasser out of it, and put a Mopar Hemi in it and named it Blasphemy. So, for obvious reasons, but hope to see him out here. So it's going to be a fun week for those guys. It's going to be a tough week for some of them, but be sure to check out the live feeds on bankshift.com if you can't get to the track and check them out in person. So 36 Ford pickup rear fenders, nothing there at all, Will. I don't even have a clue on that. So that's don't even have any ideas on rear fenders for that. Yeah, Finnegan's kind of nuts. Yeah, Finnegan does come up with some cool stuff. I'll give him that. But excited to, and it's fun when you see those guys out there. They're hanging out. They're doing it because they're car guys. And that's why he's on Race Week, because he's a car guy, and it's fun to hang out. And that's just what's so great about it. The only time I've seen, people treat each other like they do on Race Week is when I went to Bonneville one time. I went to Bonneville, I think, in 2011. And literally it's kind of the same thing. One guy will pull the pieces off of his car or out of his trailer and hand them to his competitor to help him out. So definitely worth checking out. Like I said, if nothing else, you can always check it out on bankshift.com. They've got a Facebook page. You can keep up with it and keep up with what's going on this week on Rocky Mountain Race Week. Can't wait for him to be here at SRCA Drag Strip. And like I said, I will bring you some lives from the track on Wednesday as far as what is going on here. So, and we did do some lives out at the SRCA Drag Strip last night. They are on their Facebook page. If you go to SRCA Drag Strip page in Great Bend, Kansas, we've got some great lives on there talking about what's going to happen to that track. We have a very historic track here in Great Bend. They held the very first NHRA national event here in 1955. It is built on an old B-29 B-29 base The drag strip is an old B-29 runway. So tons of history here, and super excited to see them come back again this year with Rocky Mountain Race Week. Thanks, Glenn. I appreciate that. Glenn is a big supporter and loves the show. And, which brings up another point. I know, a lot of you guys, once in a while, I do catch some of your comments. I don't catch all the comments. There's no way to keep up with them, but there's a lot of supportive comments, and I do really, really appreciate that, guys. Just because I don't have time to respond to everything, I do catch them. I do appreciate the support, and it's great that you guys are enjoying it. I have fun doing it, but it'd be pretty boring if you guys weren't here hanging out. So it'd get pretty old talking into a computer by myself. 41 Ford Coupe, short doors. Bill, you're gonna have to give me a call on that. I don't remember what I've got. I know I've got at least one set of those doors left, but I don't remember which ones they were. So give me a shout, and I'll get some more specifics from you and double check what I've still got on that. So, a purely mechanical diesel engine. I don't have any mechanical diesel engines. I don't do much diesel stuff at all. Just mainly because they weren't that common back in the genre of what I specialize in. Because there weren't diesel pickups back in the 50s or 60s. There were very few people experimenting with them. There were a few Mopars made in around 59 or 60. Even some cars that had a small diesel in them, but it was very, very minimal. So I don't have anything like that on an old running mechanical diesel. So, yeah, the mile per gallon on those 7-second street cars. Dan's commenting on YouTube. No, it's not very good. However, they do have a lot of those cars do have 2 fuel cells in them, one for street gas, one for race gas that they do switch over to. So, yeah, that's. Yeah, they're not the best. Most of them are turbo motors, but yeah, I don't know what the mile per gallon is, but you're right, it isn't going to be very good. But you can also pull to the track and go run 7, so that's pretty cool too. So you got some pretty good bragging rights there, even if it's costing you a little bit extra in fuel. So that's it for race week. Be sure to check out the live feed on bankshift.com. And let's get into some trivia tonight. Some trivia tonight from Toy Tuesday. I have not seen Jess or Rico comment, which means she's probably waiting in the wings on Facebook. But Jess can't play tonight. So Jess and Rico are out because they're related to the question. So Jess and Rico can't play. If you watched Toy Tuesday last week, get ready to answer the question. The winner's going to get a Chevrolet badge, 29 to 31 era Chevrolet porcelain radiator badge. Yeah, like Andrew commented, it's miles per gallon. That's more important. Good point. I like that, Andrew. It's miles per gallon. So, let's see. On YouTube, I'm kind of lost. Type that out for me. I'm kind of lost on that comment on there. But let's get to trivia. On Toy Tuesday last week, I had a whole sampling of salesman's booklets, and they were pretty cool. They actually had vehicle applications in them. They were like small, 3-inch by 6-inch pocket order takers, and they had, as crazy as it sounds in today's world, they actually had application charts for most common vehicles in this 3x6 fold-out notebook you could put in your pocket. Plus, it had an order pad in it to take the order while you're at the shop. So, what company were those for? And the reason Jess and Rico are excluded is because they sent them to me. So, which is cool. That's the fun part about this. We have viewers. We're all friends. We're all viewers. We all hang out. They sent them to me. They found some extras in a box of stuff they bought. What company were all those salesmen's order pads for? That's right. Race Week live streaming. It was just bangshift.com. Literally the word bangshift, BANGSHIFT.com. My buddy Chad Reynolds has that site. Him and Brian Lones run that. So just bangshift.com is what it is. And I'm keeping an eye out on trivia and watching for winners on that. I'll try to keep an eye on that as we move forward. Videos this week. I've got one new. There we go. Chris got it. The Gates Rubber Company. Chris on YouTube is our winner tonight. After we get done, Chris, give me a call and get me your information after we get done here. So Chris on YouTube's our winner tonight on the Gates Rubber Company order pads that I got from our friends Jess and Rico. So anyway, videos this week. I got one new inventory video a couple weeks ago. I did a live on location out in the pasture where I got a couple Chevy pickups and a 64 Chevy Bel Air. That video is coming up this week. I've got a video from the new yard. It's kind of a miscellaneous cleanup type video almost. Dan got it too. Dan was a little behind Chris on YouTube. It was the Gates Company. Gates open in Great Bend on Wednesday. The track goes hot at 4. The gates will be open, I'm sure, early that day as people start flowing in. So I don't know exactly what time they open, but the track's supposed to go hot at 4 on Wednesday, Kevin. So if you can make it up here. And then Pioneer Village on Friday night, we're going to do some more trucks. Had a really cool truck video I posted from Pioneer Village Friday night on some really super early trucks. Stuff I haven't even heard of. A Samson truck, a Mack. Of course, a Mack, you think, well, we've heard of Mack before, but this is a chain drive Mack. So some super early truck stuff on last week's video. This week, we're going to move forward, staying in the truck section with some 30s, 40s, and 50s stuff. Obviously, some Chevys and Fords, but also I think there's a Diamond T in there. So we got a cool truck video coming from Pioneer Village this week also. New inventory this week. It rained and was crappy all week. So I wasn't even really able to pick anything up. So couldn't move anything around, couldn't pick anything up, couldn't do much of anything. So that wasn't much fun there. F&E Collector Auto Auctions. We're inching closer to October 3rd to the big sale here in Great Bend, Kansas, which we do actually hold at the drag strip. It's at the Great Bend Expo Complex, which is where the SRCA drag strip is at. The SRCA guys, they do help us out with the auction as far as moving vehicles around. There again, I was a little bit behind this week because it was too crappy and rainy. Nobody's going to get anything out to take pictures of. Did get a couple of things listed today. The weather finally broke this weekend. So I got a couple of Chevy pickups listed today. These pictures will be going up on the website here within hopefully tomorrow we'll get them posted. There's also going to be videos on both of these pickups posted soon. So the first one, 1962 Chevy C10, that was literally parked in 1970. The consignor listed the truck with us today. He drug it out of the shed about 6 months ago when he bought it. Went through it, did a basic tune-up, plugs, wires, put belts on it, belts and hoses on it. Thing fired up and runs like a top. A little bit of rust in it, but very minimal. A little bit of surface rust on the paint. But just a clean old pickup. Original wood floor in the bed. Original step bumper that still has the Chevrolet dealership's name on it from when it was sold new in Ellsworth, Kansas, about 50 miles from here. Has every registration sticker or tag in the glove box still, as well as the original owner's manual. They had put 2 sets of tires on it, between 1962 and 1970. The receipts for the tires are still in it. There are still clips from the parts house, like a clip that you would stick on the dash to hold papers, from the parts house in Ellsworth, Kansas. So just a really, really neat little unmonkeyed with, not messed with pickup. So we're going to have video coming on that. We'll have pictures posted on it soon. We got Wisconsin on, North Carolina on Facebook, on YouTube. Yeah, we got a YouTube viewer looking for a celebrity Eurosport, and that's where things are going, guys. The celebrity Eurosports were neat little cars for their day. And, I don't have any of them here, but they were cool cars, that's for sure. The next consignment that I shot today, then also there will be a video coming up on this, and pictures should be posted tomorrow. 1965 Chevy C10, also another short bed fleet side. Both these pickups are short bed fleet sides, even the original 62. Although the 65 is slightly more modified. It's a full build, bright red, tan interior, big block Chevy, automatic, narrow rear end, huge meats on the back. It is carbureted, Brodix heads. After, it's got a stereo put in it, speakers in the kick panels. Nice truck. And like I said, bright red, it stands out. You cannot miss it. So it's a super cool truck too. Good looking truck. So I'm going to make somebody a truck that's going to have a lot of fun with. And it's got a lot of power. So watch for those coming up soon. Like I said, I'm going to get to work on the pictures after we get off of here tonight. I've got to get those downloaded and get them labeled and get over to my partner, get them emailed over to my partner Chris so he can get them posted up on the website. Once again, FEClassicCarAuction.com. We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube. I am going to be posting a video tonight after we get done on both formats. If you're on YouTube and you have not subscribed on our F&E Collector Auto Auction page, please do. Lots of videos going to be coming up on there soon. And it's the same on Facebook. If you have not liked that page, be sure to jump over there. And we're going to be starting to feed a lot of cool content on there. Looking forward to a great day. We've got some good memorabilia listed. We'll start the day off with, and it's going to be a fun time. We have a beer garden. We have a barbecue vendor. We have a ton of cool cars to look at. So it's always a good time. This is our 5th one. We always have a lot of fun doing it. And that's what's really nice is one of the comments I get every year, and I hear it every year from some people, is we just had a good time. We had a lot of fun. And that's the whole purpose. We've got door prizes, and we will give away a big major door prize, a big neon sign at the end of the day on that Saturday after the last car rolls through. So please be sure to check those out. If you have any questions, you can always give me a call on that. Also, if you have a vehicle or vehicles to consign, memorabilia to consign, now's the time to do it. The website's starting to build traffic, the pages, the Facebook page, the YouTube channel. We're going to be putting a lot of information out there. The traffic's starting to build. People are starting to see it. The excitement's starting to build. So give me a call if you've got anything you want to put in. If you have questions about coming to bid and want to join us that day, it would be so awesome if you did. You can always give me a call. Looks like we've got a little bit of lagging issues on YouTube, Edward. I hope that's not too bad for everybody. Everything seems to be rolling pretty smooth on my end. The comments have been rolling pretty steady on my end also. So hopefully that's not everybody on YouTube having an issue there. So that's what I'm up to. Going to do a bunch of videos on a bunch more consignments tomorrow. So lots of videos, lots of information coming. So if you got something you want to throw in and consign with us, now's the time to do it. And like I said, if nothing else, come join us. I think it's the Quality Inn in Great Bend has negotiated rates for anybody coming to the auction. You can give them a shout, tell them you're coming in for the auction. They do have negotiated room rates. And we always have a good time. We open up Friday night for a free preview show. We do some raffles that night. And that all benefits the SRCA drag strip. The money we raise Friday night all goes to the SRCA because that drag strip is run 100% volunteer. They are a 501c nonprofit. So that's what we've got going on with them. So, and Dan says he's lagging a little bit too. So I don't know what the issue is there. I am not on Wi-Fi. I'm plugged directly into my modem. So I don't know why. That must be a YouTube system problem if we're lagging a little bit on YouTube. So anyway, that's kind of what I've got for tonight. We're coming up on our 30 minutes. I don't want to drag this out too long. I appreciate you guys coming on and jumping on with me, but I don't want to bore you to death all night. So, but I do appreciate you taking some time out of your evening to hang out with me. Yeah, no, Dan, I don't have the hiccups right now, at least. So, apologize for that. So, Terry says we're not having any issues on Facebook, so it must be a YouTube thing because both computers are plugged into the same modem. And neither one of them are on Wi-Fi. They are both plugged in directly. So anyway, I appreciate you guys being here. It's a lot of fun. I'm still amazed that you guys want to jump on and hang out, but I'm glad you do. We got a great group of guys here that are having a lot of fun, and that's the whole purpose. So if you've got questions about vehicles or parts, always give me a call so we can have that conversation about what you need and what you're looking for and what your project is, and see if I've got anything that can help. Be sure to check out what we've got coming up for the auction. As you know, that's going to start getting updated very regularly as consignments are coming in. Like I said, those Chevy pickups will be up within the next day or two. And Yeah, we have a lot of good body stuff up here. A lot of my shells, a lot of my bodies are pretty good. We got that comment on YouTube that yeah, I don't have a ton of the rust issues. I get a little bit of rust, but not anything terrible. So thanks, guys. I get some great comments on Facebook. I do appreciate the kind comments and the kind words. It does make it enjoyable. So I really appreciate you guys doing that. Like I said, I don't catch all the comments, and there's no way I can respond to them. There just wouldn't. I'd spend so much time every day trying to keep up with that. I wouldn't get anything else done. So, but when I do see them, I do really, really genuinely appreciate them. And like I said, I can keep telling you guys, I'm just for some reason I'm the lucky one that gets to sit here and talk to you every week, and I'm glad you guys do too. And I'm glad you guys interact with me and we have a great conversation because we've got a great group on here, and that's what makes it fun. So, anyway, be sure to check out Rocky Mountain Race Week. It's going to be a great time. I will definitely be there here in Great Bend. And let's see. Thanks, Edward. He comes hang out because it's good content. That means a lot to me. That means I'm coming out with something. So coming up with some stuff that you guys like to hear about. So I do appreciate that also, and I appreciate the support. So yeah, and like I said, I do appreciate it. It's just tough to get to all of them, but I don't want any of you guys to think that I ever take it for granted just because I don't respond to everything that pops up. So anyway, we'll get rolling. I'm going to get to work. I'm going to get some pictures, put in some files, and get them emailed over so they can go up on the FE Classic Car Auction website tomorrow. I'm going to jump on to bankshift.com and watch a little more racing action from Tulsa before they get here on Wednesday. And we'll see you guys soon. Check out the new video coming out tomorrow night. As always, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Got any questions, give me a call, and we will see you live on Toy Tuesday on the Nobody Else's Auto page on Facebook, and then we'll kick it straight to YouTube after we get done with that. Toy Tuesday is not going to be a toy car this week. So I got something else cool planned on that. It does have an engine. It does have wheels, of course, but it's not a car. So anybody that likes trains will definitely want to be on with us Wednesday night because I've got a train that I come up with that is epic. So let's be sure to be on with us on Tuesday night if you like that. And we'll catch that one live too. So thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Glad you were here. Glad you enjoyed it. We will see you soon.